Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 19 of Yakuza 0, and today we're going to be going over to do some training with Fei Hu, but before we do, this little lady is being harassed by these punks. Now, we're going to have to teach these punks a lesson, and the worst part is they'll come back later on in this friendship quest. Thing is, while it's a good idea to befriend the little girl, she is by far one of the worst friend quests in the game. Well, actually, she is the worst friend quest in the game. Yeah, how shall I put this? Her quest is literally at the mercy of RNG, so, yeah. I'm not too fond of her quest at all. If anything, this friend quest is going to be a pain in the butt. Now then, you've got these two guys, the menacing man and also the other menacing guy. So, one's holding a bat, the other one's holding a dagger. It don't matter, just beat the hell out of them with the bat, which is your best bet because you want fast attacks, and more importantly, you want to try to take out both of them as quickly as... Oh! Now that was some skillful dodging right there. I like that. Oh, well, just as soon as I said that, I jinxed myself and get my ass whooped. Wow, that's just sad. Just sad. And I got hit in the back of the head with a bat. But then again, so did that guy. And I was doing really good. They just had to mess up my flow by stabbing me in the goddamn stomach. But whatever the case, this will continue the friendship storyline. So now that well, actually this will end the subplot, but we'll continue the friendship storyline. Now the friendship storyline, you have to get 3 specific items in the UFO doll catcher machine in Sega Land. Because she's practically staring at those dolls and she wanted them. And those 3 things are the red chestnut squirrel, the blue chestnut squirrel, and I think the pink creature. I forgot what that damn creature was. The third one is pink something. Yes. A pink sparrow, that's what it is. You need to get those 3 in order for to actually complete her friendship quest. And you're about to see why it's a pain in the ass. Because, ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest with you. When it comes down to the UFO catcher, I tend to ignore that in the Yakuza series. And there's a good reason why. It is bullshit and RNG. And I have no time for that. That's why I say it's the worst sub-story in the entirety of the game. Thankfully, you don't have to worry about having to do Outrun here, even though it would be fun to do as Majima. And I do believe you have somewhat of a completion point for actually getting enough points on Outrun as Majima, but this right here is the reason why I do not want to do this quest. And look, the pink sparrow is the other thing that we need to get. All 3 items we need to get is right here. And this stupid catcher dropped the stupid red squirrel that I need to get. And it'll never grip on it the way I want it to. So then it'll just eat up all of my yin, and I don't have time for that. And I'm pretty sure nobody else does either. And my peripheral vision is bad. Yeah, the price you pay for almost turning 40. Whatever the case, I am not too fond of this side quest, and this is the reason why. Oh, by the way, you even leave and come back, they randomize, and you're going to have to go to the desk to randomize it again, so that way you can actually get the dolls that you want for this side quest. The answer is no. Anyway, I managed to do enough for the slugger, not quest, but rather the slugger style, to the point where I could just get all 5 of the training done at one point. And this is actually the introduction to the agents. And what this introduction is for is you are going to be giving money to the agents and sending them out to search for not only weapon recipes, but weapon materials in order to make some of the best weapons in the game. And the more you make them search, the better the items you'll get. And the more money you invest into them, the better items you get and the quicker they'll come back. Oh, don't believe me? You'll soon see for yourself. They can also repair items. They can also sell items. They can also buy weapons. So, in other words, you can have Kiryu bring his weapons over to Majima once he gets the ability to do so somewhere between chapters 8 and 9. And I think it's 9 or 10 or whatever. You can bring those over to Majima. Majima can actually get them repaired and send them back to Kiryu. So yeah, by chapter 11, you're going to be sharing a item box. This isn't just for Majima, you know. This is also primarily for Kiryu, but Majima will get probably one of the best weapons in the game once you finish sending enough agents out. It's practically going to be how you're going to get the Demon Flare knife, I think. Yes. Or I think he gets it from beating the cabaret. No, it's the cabaret, I forgot. It's the cabaret that he gets the Demon Flare knife. Either way, the more money you invest on any of your agents, the quicker they're going to come back, and the quicker they come back, the more stuff they bring. Sometimes, since it's going to be on RNG, they fail regardless of how much money you put in. But yes, you're supposed to put in as much money as humanly possible. Thankfully, there is no DLC that has agents that are exclusive to paywalls. Yakuza like a dragon, I'm looking at you. But, for the time being, this is how you're going to get some of the best weapons in the game. So now that you know how to do a run with agents, you're practically going to get a resounding success every time you get enough money and put it on any of the agents that is in Feihu's network. Even Feihu himself. However, Feihu forgot the eggs despite running around getting weapons and stuff. Poor guy. Anyway, once we're done with this, then I could actually start training with Feihu, so that way Majima can learn some weapon license. Because it's not enough to find weapon recipes and actually make them and craft them. No. You have to have the license to use them. Ironically enough, all 5 of those skills sets on the slugger skill... the slugger form, sorry. All 5 of those skills that are on the slugger form can only be unlocked if you actually defeat Feihu, who happen to be wielding every one of those weapons that you need the license for. Which is ironic, because Kiryu, all he needs to do is just simply purchase the right to actually use those weapons. In brawler form. So on that note, let's begin our training. Because I promise you, this training is going to be tough as nails. And I'm going to tell you why it's tough as nails. Because Feihu despite having some defense, once he has offense and once it's glowing, unless you press the block button, it's hard to stop him. Unless you counter him, it's hard to stop him. Unless you dodge, it's hard to stop him. Oh, and did I mention that you're not going to be able to use items either? So yeah, when he whips your ass, he whips your ass. Plain and simple. You'll just have to get some health. You'll just have to come back here and fight him again until you're successful. And it would also help that if you get the dancer form, the breaker form, that you actually unlock the HP boost for breaker and also the heat retention and strength for breaker as well. So that way you'll have more of an edge against Fei Hu, because he is going to get tougher as time goes on. God forbid you have to face him with a pole, or face him holding a pole, or a katana, which are the last two. Yeah, he can be one tough customer. And you think that I am jumping the gun? No, I'm letting you know exactly what you're getting into. So, even though talking to him pretty much completed the training, the moves itself is nothing to sneeze at. Oh, right, he doesn't have a pole. He has... Oh, yeah, he does have a pole. That's right, he certainly does. So, with that said, you can choose any one of the training you want to do. Bear in mind, you cannot heal. And you have to rely on blocking and dodging. Because I promise you, this man's gonna fuck you up. So, with that said, we have the first battle, which is, with the, if I'm not mistaken, it was the Kali sticks or the Tonfa. Nope, he's got Kali sticks. No, he's got the pole. Never mind. I already got that out of the way right then and there. Pole is really tough. And I'm going to tell you why. The pole, he will bypass your defenses. He'll try to stab you with the pole. But more importantly, he is going to do a combination that will pretty much knock you off your feet with the pole. And then he'll continue to beat you up with the pole. Again, this is one of the hardest forms, and this is actually form number 4 that he uses, and is the way for you to unlock the license to use poles, like the long steel pipes or the spears or whatever the hell they have, or the poles in general. But whatever you choose, he'll have less HP, as opposed to the final form, which you have no choice but to learn the other 4 in order to learn the final form, which, by the way, is a katana, and that's his toughest form. I'm not going to do that right now. It'll be in Chapter 4. So I'm just giving you guys a word of warning. I made that look easy. I'm playing this on normal, but it's not easy. I promise you. If you're not careful, you don't block, and more importantly, you don't dodge or utilize the combos, or at least get the upper hand on him, you will get your ass whipped. There ain't no buts about it. Let me heal, because I took way too much of a beatdown. And it's times like this I wish I had a toughness. Yeah, I'm not using that Die Hard. I think I have a... Yeah, I have a toughness C. I can use that instead. That actually helps. And let's see, I can craft equipment. Let's see what equipment I can buy for this. Oh. I can get a metal bat, butterfly knife. I don't have the ingredients for that. Okay. Is there anything else I can make? No. No, I can't. Jeez. Oh, yeah, Kiryu's already got Sunburst. Yeah, Majima's gonna have to make his own. That kinda sucks. But that's okay. Oh, yeah, and I need, like, cursed handcuffs. And I think I probably need a gun, too. Either way, I don't have anything else for the time being. And, wait, that's a binding? Oh, who knew? Yeah, that manga magazine actually is a protective binding. So, is there anything else I can make? And I have the Sprite Belt. I forgot to mention what the Sprite Belt does. It does raise your defense and attack, but the Sprite Belt actually keeps your weapon from completely running out of its durability quickly. It like halves the time of, it has the durability loss, basically. So you can keep beating up enemies and your weapons will have higher durability. Yeah, you'll have to come back and repair your weapons, but still, your weapons will be used to beat the crap out of enemies as quickly as humanly possible. And notice that my money is really, really low. It's gonna come back up eventually. I promise you that. At least by the end of part 20. Or part 21, if you will. So, I'm just showing off the agents that are here. And I am just showing off exactly what can you find. Oh, excuse me one second. I think my mouse dropped. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Thank God for hotkeys. Because, yeah, my mouse fell off and broke, so I had to find a new one. Anyway, I managed to finally find one, and now it works, at least. So I'm just trying to pick and choose which one I'm going to get. I really don't want to spend too much money, because I don't have that much left. So we'll just have the Mafia guy go out and get some springs. I have to at least pay the dispatch costs and the agent's fee. That's the minimum. Now you guys saw that Fei Hu didn't have a dispatch cost. Well, most of your agents have dispatch costs, not to mention traveler's fees and things of that nature. And god damn, already? I was just about to leave the place. Well, I was just standing right there, finished talking to her, and he's already done. See what I mean? I've dropped 4 million in that shit. And as soon as I was about to leave, they come right back. So long as you pay, like, over the amount, they'll come back with a lot of stuff. And yes, he even came back with the plans for a modified model gun. So yes, Majima will be doing one more trading session, this time with Kali sticks. Oh, Lord have mercy. Again, you can pick and choose whichever one you want once you get enough money to get to those trading knots. But here's the thing you gotta understand. The first one's going to have less HP. The fourth one's going to have the highest HP. Katana is always going to be the last one, and that one's the hardest one of the bunch. Because after all, Majima doesn't learn anything about... He doesn't learn any abilities that prevent him from flinching until after you gain enough money and also beat the cabaret. Because I'm pretty sure the anti-flinching is around the gated areas of the ability table, but still, we're gonna be dealing with Kali sticks this time around. And remember I said that this guy has combos and can break your guard? I was not kidding. And this is one of the dangerous weapons you can ever possibly face off against. That's why I'm taking it on second, which is why I took on the pole first, because the pole breaks guard. This right here will eventually take away your heat. And you're going to need your heat in order to get strong and actually do some damage. Because it'll come to the point where he's going to have 3 bars of health, or 4 bars of health, or in the case of the katana, 5 bars of health. Yeah, you're going to be in for the long haul, buddy. But whatever the case, you can counter him when he starts going to his Kali stick frenzy, like I just did. However, once he starts with those Kali sticks, it's hard to stop him unless you block him mid-combo. And even then, it's going to be hard to block him there. Oh, shit. Ooh! As you can see, he ain't playing around. Man, he can block in mid-combo himself. Eventually, he'll come to the point where he adds one more move to his combo, which can sometimes break guard. You can also break guard as well. But I gotta warn you. His speed is just ridiculous with those Kali sticks. And bear in mind, we haven't even gotten to the nunchucks yet. Yeah, see what I mean? He added another maneuver because he's about to die. He's like a third, like more than half of the way gone, basically. So, in the end, you're just gonna have to wait till he finishes his combo and then completely go apeshit on him. If you break guard, by all means, just go on ahead and capitalize on him breaking guard. But bear in mind, he will stop and he will try to counter you. And bear in mind also, I forgot to mention this, in case you're asking why can you not use heat. Oh yeah, that's right. You can't use heat maneuvers. Heat meter will make sure your hits do more damage to him, which is good, and that's something you should at least have unlocked. But I am going to warn you, you're not going to be able to pull off any heat maneuvers to try to finish him off. Because after all, heat maneuvers is what defeated Feihu the first time, and you're not going to be able to use that anytime during this training. But whatever the case, you don't get any money from beating him either. As you could see, I managed to land a finishing blow, and we only got maybe 3 more training sessions with him, and then it will be completely done. We'll be able to master any weapon that we could possibly use, and more importantly, we could just simply equip it to Majima. Because for the time being, you can't equip katanas. You cannot equip nunchucks. You can't equip, I do believe, tonfas. We're about to do that probably next part. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to get those licenses so you'll be able to get some really powerful weapons to use, specifically against Mr. Shakedown. And Mr. Shakedown is throughout this city, and it's a smaller city to run through than what it is having to deal with, if I'm not mistaken, Kamurocho. Kamurocho is a big city. Sotenburi is not. Bear this in mind in Yakuza 1 through 2, and also in Yakuza 4. Whoa, what happened to this dude? Oh, him. This guy got his ass whooped by wearing a stadium jumper jacket. And for those who don't know, it's just one of those team jackets. However, here's the thing. In Japan, if you're in a gang, you're probably gonna be wearing this jacket. Oh, and yeah, you're gonna have to give him medicine in order for him to stand up. Doesn't matter what you give him. At the end of the day, you're gonna have to give him medicine in order for him to get back on his feet. It's funny how they have that outline instead of actually showing him taking the medicine. So, what's the deal with this guy? this is the formerly fallen guy, or should I say the stadium jumper, and what he's doing basically is strutting around with his brand new jacket that he just got, and he wants to show it off. Unfortunately, people get offended by his jacket and thus wants to whip his ass, and by people I mean punks. The thing is, when you're wearing sports jackets, specifically in America, you're probably being mistaken for repping the gang. So they'll probably try to whoop your ass. Or, more than likely, they want to try to steal your jacket. See New Orleans and Camden for more details, among many places. But yes, in this case with this jumper, he's wearing a jacket with a kabuki mask on the back. That probably would be the sign of a rival gang. If anything, Majima's telling him a good point to take off that jacket because that jacket's going to piss off a lot of people. But he insists on wearing the jacket and crossing the Iwao Bridge. So, more power to him, I guess. So in order for us to actually complete this quest, we're gonna have to help this guy strut his stuff across the bridge while beating up punks. And that's basically all we're going to be doing. Not the first escort mission, and certainly not the last. Oh, wait till we get to Miracle Johnson. Oh, and this guy's name is Suda. As in Suda 51. Of course he'd be crazy enough to wear something like that. I mean, he did make No More Heroes after all. And I have yet to play any of the No More Heroes series. I am so ashamed. Hell, I haven't even played Killer 7. I am missing out on those games. I really am. But whatever the case, we're going to have to help this guy get across the bridge, so that way he'll probably go back to his projects and more than likely make some DLC for... Actually, no, not make DLC. No. That's overrated. At least make a stable port of No More Heroes 1 and 2 for Steam. Yeah, that's what he should do. Because I heard horror stories. I haven't played the game again. I haven't played it. But I've seen reviews and I've heard horror stories that the version of No More Heroes 2 that's on Steam does not run. And it does not run well. Which is ironic because it's a Wii game. But whatever the case, ladies and gentlemen, let us help this man cross the bridge. So, these guys, they're not that tough. They may have some energy, but these guys aren't tough. If you're strong enough to beat up the punks before more punks come in, you'll make this a hell of a lot easier. Don't be afraid to pull out any of your custom weapons or any of your original weapons, because all these punks have very low HP. They really aren't that tough. However, bear in mind that they could actually pack a punch on the stadium jumper. And we got more punks. If you actually keep all these punks behind you and actually beat them up, you'll be able to keep the stadium jumper from getting completely owned. Don't worry, the mission won't fail if you didn't do it. However, you'll just start all over again. And with all these guys gargling in a pool of their own blood, looks like the stadium jumper has made it across the bridge, strutting his stuff. So yeah, this wasn't too bad of a mission. And seriously, what moron would go around trying to strut his stuff with that kind of jacket knowing that people are going to try to whoop his ass? Only Suda. So, with that said, Suda basically, basically just accomplished this dream. And he didn't give me anything, actually. That's kind of messed up. I think it must have been based on what it was I'm supposed. I think it's probably what it's. Oh, I think he probably gave me something. I don't know what he gave me, but it's probably based on what I gave him to get him off of his feet. He probably get me something later. I don't know, but at least I managed to complete this sub-quest. And yeah, he should have took off the damn stadium jumper. But whatever the case, ladies and gentlemen, this is RFman 985. There's going to be more weird shit in Kamurocho because a pants thief is actually running around Sotenbari. See you guys in part 20.